You have no idea who you've just messed with, baby girl, he sighed in my ear. What happened next shocked everyone at the party.
Welcome to my library. I'm Lena, and our story is just beginning.
I spent 3 years planning this moment, 3 years training, studying and preparing myself, 3 years transforming myself into a weapon disguised as an angel, and tonight, finally, I use it. The Valente family annual gala takes place in Manhattan at the Plaza, where the most powerful Mafia families in the country gather to pretend they're civilized, where blood money buys champagne towers and designer gowns, where monsters wear tuxedos and call it elegance. I'm wearing white deliberately and ironically because I'm about to destroy someone's reputation, and white makes me look innocent. My target is simple: Dante Valente, Don of the Valente crime family, 35 years old, ruthless, powerful and untouchable. The man who destroyed my brother, the man who took everything from me when I was 17, the man who's about to learn that revenge is a dish best served with a smile. I enter the ballroom and heads turn, not because I'm beautiful, though the dress helps with its cream silk and backless design, but because I have an innocent face. A baby face, as they call it, with blonde hair and soft waves and blue eyes, wide and guileless. I look like I don't belong here, like someone's sweet daughter who wandered in by mistake, which is perfect. I spot him immediately because it's impossible not to, as Dante Valente commands a room just by breathing. 6'3" in a dark suit, perfectly tailored with black hair slicked back, sharp jaw, and eyes like storm clouds that are gray and dangerous. He's surrounded always by men seeking favor and women seeking other things. But when he moves, they part like the Red Sea, showing power that's absolute and undeniable. I've studied him for 3 years and know his routines, his businesses, and his weaknesses, and I know his secret, the one no one talks about, the one that destroyed him once before, the humiliation that broke him, and tonight I'm going to use it. I position myself strategically near the champagne fountain where sound carries, waiting until he's close enough and surrounded by his men with his reputation on display. Then I speak with my voice light and conversational, but loud enough. Is that Dante Valente? Wow, he's gorgeous. And my friend who's planted and paid responds on cue. I know, right? Total god. I sip champagne and pause before continuing. You know what they say though. Guys who look that good are usually compensating for something. I pause again with timing perfect. Like size issues, you know? The effect is immediate as conversations stop, heads turn and whispers start, and I see it ripple with my words spreading like poison through water. And Dante freezes mid-step and mid-sentence with his entire body going rigid. He turns slowly with his eyes scanning and finding me, and those gray eyes lock onto mine across the ballroom through the crowd with recognition, fury, and something darker. I smile sweet and innocent like I said nothing wrong, tilting my head and raising my glass slightly in a toast to his humiliation. He moves toward me purposeful and predatory as people scatter from instinct and fear, and my friend disappears because she's a smart girl. But I stay rooted with my heart pounding, but face calm because this is what I wanted. Confrontation and reaction, proof I can hurt him like he hurt me. He stops in front of me too close, towering and intimidating with barely controlled rage radiating. Enjoying the party? His voice is silk over steel, dangerous and controlled. A very much beautiful venue, lovely people. I smile wider and more innocent, though the company is a bit overwhelming. You know how it is. His jaw clenches barely, and most wouldn't notice, but I do because I've studied him. I don't believe we've met, he says. No, I'm sure we haven't. I'd remember, I reply, his eyes narrow, assessing and calculating. Aurora Bianchi. It's not a question, because he knows who I am. And of course he does because he knows everything. Guilty? And you're Dante Valente, the famous Don. I extend my hand, polite and proper, but he doesn't take it. You have a very interesting sense of humor, he says, which translates to him having heard what I said. Do I? I was just making conversation, I reply with innocence. So much innocence. His hand shoots out and grabs my wrist. Not hard, but firm. Come with me. It's not a request, but a command. I'm fine here. Actually, I start to protest, but he cuts me off with, now, as his voice drops dangerously. People are watching and whispering, and I could refuse and make a scene, but this is what I wanted, his attention and his anger, so I follow. The terrace. He drags me through French doors onto a private terrace that's empty and isolated, releasing my wrist as I stumble back. He closes the door and locks it before turning to face me, and the mask drops. The fury is pure and incandescent. Who the fuck do you think you are? And it's the first time I've heard him curse, which is good because I'm getting to him. I don't know what I start, but he cuts me off. Don't, he says as he stalks toward me, and I back up until I hit the railing. Trapped. He cages me with hands on either side and leaning in. You think you're clever? Making jokes? Spreading rumors? His breath is hot against my face. You think I don't know exactly what you're doing. Fear spikes real fear, but I can't show it and won't. I was just talking. If you're sensitive about certain topics, that's not my problem, I tell him. His laugh is bitter and harsh. Sensitive? That's what you're calling it. He leans closer with his nose almost touching mine. You just made a very big mistake, baby girl. The nickname is condescending and deliberate, and I respond, don't call me that. Why not? You act like a child playing games you don't understand, he says. Anger flares hot and righteous. And I understand perfectly. You're a bully using power to intimidate because deep down, I lean forward bold and reckless. You're exactly what I said. Compensating. His control snaps as his hand slams against the railing beside my head, loud and violent, and I flinch because I can't help it. You want to know what I'm compensating for? His voice is lethal, quiet and terrifying. I'm compensating for the urge to destroy you right here, right now. He's so close with heat radiating and fury barely leashed. You come into my house, insult me, spread lies, and you think what? That I'll just take it? I think you already took enough from me. The words escape unplanned and emotional, and his eyes narrow. What? Shit, too much, too soon, nothing. Let me go. I try to deflect, but he insists. No, explain. What did I take from you? I push against his chest, but he doesn't move. You know what you did. Enlighten me, he demands. My brother, Lorenzo Bianchi. Ring a bell? I say. Something flashes in his eyes. Recognition, then hatred that's pure, absolute, and matching mine. Your brother? He steps back and laughs cruel and sharp. Your fucking brother destroyed my family. Wait, what? No, you destroyed him. You killed... I start, but he interrupts. I killed no one. Your brother was a traitor. He fed information to the feds and got my uncle killed. These have to be lies. That's not true, I protest, but he insists. It's documented, proven. Your brother sold us out, and he stalks toward me again. So if you came here for revenge, for him, you're avenging the wrong person. My world tilts because this can't be true. Lorenzo wouldn't. You're lying, I accuse. Am I? Or did your family lie to you? He challenges. Doubt creeps in cold and insidious because I was 17 when Lorenzo disappeared and they told me Dante killed him. But what if... No, focus. This is the plan. Stick to it. Even if that's true, which I don't believe. You're still what I said you are. I say defiant and desperate. He smiles slow, dangerous, and devastating. You think I'm compensating? You think I'm small? He steps closer, with his voice dropping, intimate and threatening. Baby girl, I could prove you wrong right here. Right now, but you'd never recover. Heat floods through me unwanted and traitorous, because his voice and the promise in it does something to me. I'm not interested in your proof. My voice is shaking and giving me away. Liar. He touches my face with one finger, tracing my jaw. You're trembling, and it's not fear. Not entirely. I slap his hand away. Don't touch me. Why? Afraid you'll like it, he taunts. God. I hate him, hate the arrogance and the certainty, hate that he's right. I came here to destroy you, and I will. My voice is steady now and sure. That little humiliation in there, that's just the beginning. He leans in with his lips by my ear. Good, because I'm going to enjoy destroying you right back. He pauses with his breath hot. And when I'm done, you'll beg me to stop. Or beg me for more. I haven't decided which I prefer yet. He pulls back and unlocks the door. Enjoy the party, Aurora. I know I will. And he walks away, leaving me shaking. Furious, confused, and God help me, excited. I stay on the terrace, trying to breathe and trying to process. He knows about Lorenzo and has proof and says my brother betrayed them, but that can't be true. Can it? I pull out my phone and text my contact. I need everything on Lorenzo Bianchi, 2019, the Valenti incident, everything. If Dante is lying, I'll prove it. And if he's not, then I've been planning revenge against the wrong man, and the real enemy is still out there. Either way, tonight changed everything because Dante Valente is now my enemy officially, and enemies don't look at each other the way he just looked at me, like hunger, like hatred, like promise. I smooth my dress and fix my hair before returning to the party with my smile in place and mask perfect. But inside, war has been declared, and I have no idea who's going to win, or if winning even matters anymore, because when he touched my face for one terrible and perfect second, I didn't want him to stop, and that's more dangerous than any vendetta.
She spent 3 years planning the perfect humiliation. It worked. He was furious. But he was also interested. And that moment on the balcony, when he cornered her and whispered threats in her ear, her body responded before her brain processed it. Hate and desire. Sometimes it's the same thing with different clothes.
Chapter 2. The Evidence and the Doubt. 3 days after the gala and I haven't slept because I can't stop thinking about what Dante said. Your brother was a traitor. But these have to be lies. Yet the doubt is eating me alive. My contact finally delivers with a USB drive containing encrypted files. And I'm in my apartment alone with my laptop open and heart pounding. This is it. Proof that Dante Valente is a liar and that Lorenzo was innocent. Proof that my revenge is justified. I open the first file and find a police report from 2019 about a federal investigation into the Valente family with the informant listed as Lorenzo Bianchi. And no, this can't be. I keep reading with hands shaking as I find wiretap transcripts with Lorenzo's voice giving locations, names and details, along with bank records showing payments to Lorenzo from federal accounts, $50,000 for information. My brother sold them out for money, and the proof is undeniable, documented and real. I close the laptop and stumble to the bathroom where I vomit because everything I believed is gone. 3 years of planning, training, and hating Dante Valente, all based on a lie. But then why did Lorenzo die? I open the files again and keep reading until I find it buried deep. An execution order not from Dante, but from Antonio Russo, underboss of the Valente family, acting without Dante's knowledge and eliminating the traitor before he could testify. There's more with a second document showing that Dante's uncle Vittorio Valente tried to stop it and tried to protect Lorenzo, arguing that Lorenzo was coerced and threatened, and not a willing traitor. Vittorio died 3 days later in an accident, but the report suggests otherwise. I read until dawn, piecing it together, understanding that Lorenzo was forced and threatened because our father was dying and we had no money, so they offered $50,000 for information, and he took it to save us. Dante's family found out, and Antonio ordered the kill, while Vittorio tried to protect Lorenzo and died for it, meaning both our families were destroyed by the same betrayal, and neither Dante nor I knew the truth. My phone rings with an unknown number, and I answer with my voice raw. Hello? Did you get the files? It's Dante with his voice unmistakable. How did you... I start, but he explains, I have eyes everywhere. You ordered information on your brother, and I made sure you got the truth. The silence is heavy before I ask, why? Why would you help me? Because I want you to know what your family did and what mine did. He pauses, and I want you to understand that we're both victims of the same war. My brother he wasn't, I can't finish, but Dante's voice softens barely. He was coerced. I know. My uncle knew too, and died, trying to prove it. Tears fall silent and angry. So what now? We just forget. Move on. No, we finish what they started. His tone hardens. Antonio Russo is still alive, still in my family and untouchable because I don't have proof. Proof of what? I ask. That he killed your brother and my uncle without authorization and started a war between our families to cover his own crimes. He explains. Understanding crashes over me. You want revenge on him. I want justice. There's a difference, he clarifies. And you need me. It's not a question, but a realization. You humiliated me publicly and everyone saw. If we suddenly become allies, he stops. It looks suspicious, but if we keep fighting, keep playing enemies, we get close, gather evidence and take him down. I finish his thought. Exactly, he confirms. I should say no, should hang up, but instead I say, I'm in. There's silence, then he says, good. Because there's a meeting tomorrow and Russo will be there, and you're my date. You're what? I ask, confused. You wanted to destroy my reputation. Congratulations. Now everyone thinks we're enemies, which is perfect cover. He pauses. Show up. Keep up the act. Let them think we hate each other. We do hate each other, I point out. His laugh is low and dark. Do we? Or do we just hate what was done to us? The line goes dead. Next evening. Valente Estate. I'm wearing red, following Dante's instructions to wear something that makes them stare because we need everyone's attention. The dress is tight, dangerous, and deliberate, and when I arrive, Dante is waiting in a black suit with a cold expression, but his eyes travel, assess, and approve. You're late, he says. Traffic. I lie because I was stalling. He offers his arm and I take it reluctantly. And remember, we hate each other, but we're here because... He starts. Because you're forcing me as punishment for the gala. I finish with a sweet and fake smile. Perfect. They'll buy it, he says. We enter and heads turn with whispers starting like, is that her? The girl from the gala? And what's she doing here? And Dante brought her. After what she said, Antonio Russo approaches in his 60s with silver hair and a shark smile. Dante, who's your friend? With the pause deliberate and insulting. Aurora Bianchi. She's learning about respect. Dante's hand tightens on my waist, possessive and warning. Antonio's eyes gleam. Bianchi, as in Lorenzo Bianchi, and my blood runs cold. My brother. Yes, I confirm. His smile widens. Tragic what happened to him. Such a waste. And he knows. He fucking knows. Dante's hand is iron on my waist, keeping me still. Ancient history. We're focused on the future now. Of course, the future. Antonio's eyes linger on me too long. Enjoy the evening, Miss Bianchi. Dante, a word. They move away, leaving me alone, as I watch Antonio studying and memorizing. Because this man killed Lorenzo and Vittorio and got away with it for 7 years. A waiter offers champagne, and I take it because I need it. Then a voice speaks. Female and familiar. You're either very brave or very stupid. I turn to see a woman in her late 20s who's stunning with dangerous eyes. Excuse me? Coming here after what you said about Dante. She sips her wine, amused. I'm Lucia, Antonio's daughter. Of course, the enemy's daughter. I didn't realize I needed permission. I reply. She laughs. You don't, but you do need survival instincts. She pauses. Dante doesn't forgive ever. So whatever game you're playing, be careful. I'm not playing anything. I insist. Her smile is knowing. Everyone here is playing something. The question is, who's playing who? and she walks away, leaving me unsettled. Dante returns with a dark expression. We're leaving. What? Why? I start, but he cuts me off. Now, and he grabs my hand, pulling me toward the exit. Outside at his car, he opens the door and shoves me inside before climbing in after as the driver pulls away immediately. What happened? I ask. He's silent with his jaw clenched and furious until finally he says, he knows about us, that we're working together. How? I start, but he interrupts. Someone talked or he guessed. Either way, he turns with eyes burning. You're in danger now. Real danger. I can handle, I protest, but he cuts me off. No, you can't. And his hand grabs my face firm. Antonio doesn't play games. He eliminates threats, and you just became one. Fear spikes real and cold. So what do we do? His eyes drop to my lips, then back up. We make it believable that you're mine, that this us is real. What are you? I start, but he kisses me hard, sudden and claiming, and I freeze before instinct kicks in and I kiss him back. It's not soft or sweet, but angry and desperate, with his hand in my hair and mine fisting his shirt. Months of tension, hatred, and want exploding between us. He pulls back, breathing hard. That's what we sell them. And his thumb traces my swollen lips. Passion, obsession, something worth risking everything for. I'm dizzy, confused, and furious. You used me, I accuse, but he responds, I'm protecting you, with intense and honest eyes. If they think you're just a revenge plot, you're dead. But if you're mine, my obsession, he stops and struggles. Then you're untouchable. I touch my lips, still tingling. That's your plan? Fake a relationship. Not fake, convincing. He leans closer, and based on that kiss, it won't be hard to sell. He's a bastard, arrogant, and right. Fine, but rules. No more surprises, I establish. His smile is slow and dangerous. I can't promise that, baby girl. This is war, and in war. His hand cups my face, gentle and threatening.
3 years hating the wrong man. 3 years destroying her own life over a lie. Painful? Yes. But look on the bright side. Now she has an ally. A dangerous, attractive ally who just kissed her in the car. It's actually worth it.
Chapter 3. The game begins. 1 week of pretending, 1 week of being Dante's obsession, and 1 week of hell passes. He's everywhere, constant and possessive, with his hand on my waist at dinners, arm around me at meetings, and eyes on me always, selling the illusion and making it believable. And the worst part is that it's working. Tonight there's another family event, a charity auction that's black tie, and I'm wearing the dress Dante sent in emerald green, backless and obscene, with a note attached that says, wear this, trust me. I don't trust him, but I wear it anyway. He picks me up personally, which is rare, and when he sees me, he stops and stares. Christ, he says. Just one word that's rough and appreciative. Too much, I ask, as I smooth the fabric nervously. A perfect, he approaches and stops close. They won't be able to look away, which means Antonio won't either. That's the plan? I ask. Part of it. His hand finds my waist, familiar now and almost natural. The other part is making sure he believes I'd kill for you. A shiver runs through me at his tone that's not entirely acting. The auction. The event is opulent, excessive, with Mafia elite pretending to care about charity, and Dante keeps me close with his hand, never leaving my body. Possessive and claiming as everyone notices. Antonio watches from across the room, calculating, while Lucia stands beside him, whispering and pointing, and I meet her eyes as she smiles, knowing and dangerous. She doesn't like me, I murmur to Dante. She doesn't like anyone, especially threats. He responds. I'm not a threat, I protest. He leans down with his lips by my ear. You are? You just don't know it yet. And his breath is warm and intentional as people watch, seeing intimacy and believing. The auction starts with ridiculous items and excessive bids. Then something interesting comes up. Next item, weekend getaway, private villa in Sicily. The auctioneer announces. Dante tenses subtly, but I feel it. What? I ask. That villa belonged to my uncle Vittorio. His voice is tight. Antonio took it after he died. Understanding clicks. You want it back. I want to search it. Vittorio kept records. If there's proof Antonio ordered the hits, it's there, he explains. The bidding starts, and Antonio bids immediately. Dante counters, and they go back and forth, escalating until finally Dante bids 200,000, with his bid final and aggressive. Antonio pauses and considers before saying 250 deliberately and testing. Dante's hand tightens on me with fury barely contained, because if he bids higher, it looks suspicious, like he wants the villa for a reason. But if he doesn't, then Antonio keeps it along with any evidence. Before he can decide, I raise my hand. 300,000. The silence is complete, as every head turns shocked and confused, and Dante looks at me with wide eyes. I smile, sweet at Antonio. High for such a beautiful property, worth every penny. Antonio's expression darkens, surprised and angry, because he could bid higher, but publicly I just outbid him and humiliated him. And if he counters, he looks petty competing with a girl. The auctioneer calls 300,000 going once, twice, sold to the lady in green. There's applause, murmurs, and speculation as Dante leans down and whispers, "What the hell did you just do? Bought us access." "You're welcome," I reply. His laugh is low, dangerous, and impressed. "You don't have 300,000. "No, but you do." I smile up at him. "Consider it an investment in our partnership." His eyes darken with something shifting. "You're insane." "Or brilliant. Haven't decided yet," I tell him. Later, outside, Dante pulls me aside away from crowds. "That was reckless. That was necessary. He wasn't going to let you win but me." I shrug. "I'm just your impulsive girlfriend making grand gestures." He steps closer, invading my space. "You're not my girlfriend." "No, but they think I am, which is the point," I respond. His hand comes up and touches my face with his thumb stroking. "And you're playing a dangerous game. So are you. I don't pull away when I should but don't, and I'm learning from the best." Tension crackles as his eyes drop to my lips. Not for show because no one's watching, just want that's real and undeniable. Then, there are voices approaching, and he steps back to professional distance. But the moment lingers, heavy and unfinished. Antonio appears with Lucia beside him. "Quite the purchase, Miss Bianchi." His tone is ice. I couldn't resist. Dante's been talking about Sicily, and I thought it would be romantic. I lean into Dante playing the role. Lucia's eyes narrow. How generous, using his money for romance. Her barb is clear and intentional. "Actually, it's my money." I lie, but deliver it perfectly. "Daddy left me well provided for before he—" I stop and let pain show, real pain, before he died. Antonio's expression flickers with guilt or recognition.
"And my condolences. I knew your father briefly. It's a lie, because he ordered Lorenzo's death, and probably threatened our father too." But I smile. "He spoke highly of the Valente family, said they were honorable." I pause with my eyes locked on Antonio. I hope he was right. The challenge is subtle and dangerous, as Dante's hand tightens on my waist in warning. Antonio smiles cold.
"Honor is everything in our world. Without it, we're just criminals." And his eyes bore into mine. "Wouldn't you agree?" "Absolutely. Honor, loyalty, and truth." I tilt my head. "The foundations of family." It's a stalemate with thick tension until Lucia breaks it. "We should go. Father has an early meeting." And she pulls Antonio away. But not before he looks back at me and at Dante, calculating. Alone again, Dante exhales. "You're going to get us killed. Or, I just bought us the evidence we need." I turn to face him. "The villa, we search it, find proof, and end this. And if there's nothing," he challenges, "then we're out 300,000, and I'll owe you forever," I reply. His smile is slow and predatory. I can think of worse things. Heat floods through me, unwanted and inevitable. "Don't," I warn. "Don't what?" He steps closer. "Don't look at you like I want to. Don't touch you like I own you." His hand cups my face. "We're supposed to be convincing, remember? No one's watching." My voice is breathless and giving me away. I am. His thumb traces my lip, and I'm very convinced. I should push him away and maintain distance, but instead I say, "This is fake. Remember? Is it?" His eyes search mine. "Because that kiss in the car felt real. This feels real. It's adrenaline, danger, and proximity." I offer excuses that are weak and transparent. "Keep telling yourself that." He releases me and steps back. "We leave for Sicily tomorrow. Pack light. We'll be there 3 days. 3 days. Alone. Together." I ask, flustered. His smile is devastating. "Problem." "Yes. No, I don't." I'm flustered and hating it. "Relax, baby girl. I'll be a perfect gentleman." He pauses with darkening eyes. "Unless you ask me not to be." He walks away, leaving me breathless, furious and confused, and absolutely terrifyingly certain that Sicily is going to change everything. Chapter 4.
Hi, my beloved viewers of my channel. Please subscribe so you can receive all our videos. If this story is good, imagine the others I will produce especially for you. Thank you. Continuing.
Sicily and Secret Sicily, Villa Vittorio, 3 days alone with Dante Valente, and this was a terrible idea. The villa is stunning with its cliffside location, ocean view, and isolated setting, which is exactly what we need for searching, and exactly what I don't need for other reasons. We arrive at sunset with golden light and warm breeze as Dante carries both bags and refuses my help. "I've got it, baby girl." And the nickname is one he's been using more deliberately, and I hate how it makes me feel warm, claimed, and his, "Stop calling me that." I protest. He sets the bags down and turns with a smile. "Why? You don't like it. It's condescending." I tell him. "It's accurate. You act tough, but underneath," he steps closer, "you're soft, breakable and young. I'm 22, not a child. I insist. His eyes darken. I know exactly how old you are, baby girl, and exactly how not a child you are, and the way he says it carries heat, promise and danger. I turn away, needing distance. Let's just find what we came for. The search. We start in Vittorio's study, being methodical and professional with files, ledgers, and papers everywhere, and Dante knows what to look for as I follow his lead. Hours pass with nothing found, just normal business records that are boring, legal, and clean. Maybe there's nothing here. I slump into a chair, exhausted. There is. Vittorio was meticulous. If he suspected Antonio, he documented it. Dante keeps searching, determined. I watch him with his jacket off, sleeves rolled and hair falling forward as he's focused, intense and beautiful, and I need to stop this. What? He looks up, catching me staring. Nothing. Just how do you know he kept records? I ask. Because he told me the week before he died. Said if anything happened to him, the truth was here, and pain flashes across his face, rare and real. I didn't believe him. Thought he was being paranoid. You were close to your uncle. It's not a question, but an observation. He raised me after my mother died. My father was absent and violent, so Vittorio stepped in. He returns to searching while avoiding eye contact. He was the only family that mattered. Understanding clicks because Vittorio wasn't just his uncle but his father figure, and Antonio took that too. We'll find it, the proof, and we'll destroy him. I promise. Dante looks at me with something soft in his eyes. You think I'm letting you have all the fun? Antonio killed Lorenzo and he deserves. I stop with emotion clogging my throat. Dante crosses to me and kneels in front of my chair. Hey. We'll get him together. And his hands cover mine, warm and grounding. I should pull away, but don't. What if we don't? What if there's nothing here? Then we find another way. I'm not giving up. Baby girl. On. He stops and looks away. On what? I press. He stands abruptly. Nothing. Let's keep looking. Midnight. We've searched everywhere, including the study, bedroom, and kitchen, with nothing found. There's one place left. Dante looks at the ceiling at a small door for attic access. Of course. The place no one looks. I observe. Getting up there is awkward with a ladder and small opening as Dante goes first and extends his hand down. Come on. I take it and he pulls strong and easy. Too easy as I stumble forward into him, chest to chest, close and too close. Careful, baby girl. His arms steady me with hands on my waist as we're in a small attic with dim light and close quarters with no space to separate. I'm fine, but I don't move, and neither does he. Are you? His voice is low and rough. Because you're shaking. It's cold up here. I lie because it's warm and stifling. Right, cold. His thumb strokes my waist barely, but devastatingly. That's why your pupils are dilated and why your breathing changed. Stop analyzing me, I demand. Stop lying to me. He leans closer with his forehead almost touching mine. You feel this same as I do. Feel what? I whisper, barely audible. This, us, the thing we're both pretending isn't happening. He says, I should deny it and push away, but instead I ask, it's just proximity and adrenaline. We're working together. It's bullshit. He cups my face with both hands firm. I've wanted you since the gala, since you insulted me in front of everyone. He pauses with burning eyes. Should have hated you. Did hate you. But also wanted to. To what? I breathe. His eyes drop to my lips. To prove you wrong about everything by making you scream my name. Heat floods through me, instant and overwhelming. Then there's sound below with the front door opening and we freeze. Voices carry up. Male and multiple, as Dante's hand covers my mouth, silencing me while he listens tense and alert. Antonio's voice carries up. Sure, they're here. Cars outside. Fuck. He followed us. And Dante pulls me deeper into shadows with his hand never leaving my mouth as footsteps search below. Spread out. Find them. Antonio's command is cold and final. We're trapped with no escape and outnumbered. And Dante's lips are by my ear, barely audible. I stay quiet no matter what. I nod, terrified, as he releases my mouth and reaches for a box that's hidden, dusty and behind old furniture, opening it to find files, photos, and recordings inside, which is Vittorio's evidence. Dante's eyes widen because this is it. Everything we need. But there's no time as footsteps get closer. He grabs the box and hands it to me. Hide this. Don't let them find it. What about you? I ask, worried. His smile is grim. When I'm going down as a distraction. No, we go together. I protest. But he kisses me hard, fast and desperate before pulling back. Stay hidden and safe. Then he's gone down the ladder and into danger. I hear him below with his voice calm and controlled. Antonio, didn't expect company. Dante, interesting choice coming here alone. Antonio pauses. Where's the girl? Sleeping upstairs? What do you want? Dante responds. I'm just checking on family property, making sure nothing's been disturbed, which translates to making sure we haven't found anything. I clutch the box with my heart pounding because this is everything. Proof, justice, and revenge. But if they find me, if they find this, we're dead. There are sounds of struggle, shouts, and violence with Dante's voice strained. Then a gunshot rings out. I freeze with terror. Absolute. Please no. and there's silence. Then footsteps running with car doors, engine and driving away. I wait, counting 1 minute, then 2, until finally Dante's voice calls, "Aurora, it's safe." I climb down shaking with the box clutched tight to find him leaning against the wall with blood on his shoulder. "You're shot," I gasp. "Grazed. I'm fine." He takes the box from me and opens it to confirm. This is it. Everything. Antonio, the orders and the payments, and relief washes over him. We got him. I should be happy, relieved and victorious, but instead, I'm staring at the blood. "You're not fine. You need..." I start, but he pulls me close, sudden and desperate, kissing me different from before. Not controlled or calculated, but raw, real and grateful. I kiss him back with hands in his hair, needing proof he's alive, and when we break apart, we're both shaking. Don't ever do that again." My voice is fierce, angry and terrified. "Don't leave me. Don't be a hero. Don't..." He stops me with another kiss, softer and sweeter. "I had to. He would have found you. And found this." He touches my face, "and I'd burn the world before I let him touch you, baby girl." The confession is simple, devastating, and real. "This isn't fake anymore, is it?" I ask. He shakes his head. No, it never was. Not for me." Chapter 5. The aftermath and the truth. I patch him up with hands shaking and furious. "You could have died." My voice is tight and controlled. "But I didn't." Dante sits shirtless, watching me clean the wound. "Stop shaking. Stop bleeding." I press gauze harder than necessary and he winces. "There. How does that feel?" "Like you're punishing me." He catches my wrist gently. "I'm fine, baby girl, really." The nickname and the tenderness break something in me. "You're not fine. None of this is fine." And tears threaten as I blink them back. Antonio knows we're onto him. He'll come after us. He pulls me onto his lap, careful of his injury, with arms around me, holding tight. "Let him try. You can't fight them all." I protest, but he interrupts. "I can. I will. For this." And he touches the box with the evidence. "And for you." I look up with our eyes meeting. "Why? Why risk everything for me?" There's a long pause before he says, "Because somewhere between hating you and pretending to want you, I actually fell for you." And his hand cups my face. "And I don't do anything halfway, baby girl. Especially not this." My heart does something complicated. This is insane. We barely know each other. I know you humiliated me to avenge your brother. Know you're brave enough to buy a villa you can't afford. Know you stayed hidden when I told you to. His thumb strokes my cheek. Know you're shaking right now because you care about me and you hate that you do. It's all true. Devastatingly true. And I admit, I do hate it, in a whisper that's honest. You're arrogant, controlling, and dangerous, and you're reckless, stubborn and infuriating. He leans closer. "But I'd still burn the world for you." He kisses me soft, deep, and promising, and I melt into it, into him, and into this impossible thing between us. When we break apart, I ask, "What happens now? We have evidence. What do we do with it?" Dante's expression hardens. We expose him in front of the families, publicly, so he can't deny it. "And if he tries?" I ask. "Then I kill him. It's simple, final, and absolute." 3 days later, New York. Dante calls a meeting with all families for an emergency council, which is unprecedented, dangerous, and necessary. I'm nervous, terrified and ready, wearing armor disguised as a dress in black that's elegant and strong, with Dante beside me and his hand on my back constant and grounding. The council room has a massive table with 20 men who are heads of families, and Antonio sits across smiling and confident because he thinks he's untouchable, but he's wrong. Dante stands and commands attention instantly. "Thank you for coming. I've called this council to address a matter of honor." There are murmurs of interest and confusion as Dante continues. 7 years ago, my uncle Vittorio Valente was murdered and officially ruled an accident. He pauses. "It wasn't..." Antonio's smile fades as Dante goes on. "Around the same time, Lorenzo Bianchi," and he gestures to me, Miss Bianchi's brother, "was executed for treason." More murmurs with eyes on me. Judging and calculating continue as Dante says, "Both deaths were ordered by the same man without family approval and without honor." And he slides the box across the table. Evidence. Proof. Recordings, financial transactions, and orders. Antonio stands furious. "This is outrageous." "Is it?" Dante's voice cuts like ice. "Then explain these bank transfers from your private account to the men who killed them both." Another Don opens the box and examines the contents with his face darkening before passing files to others, and the silence is heavy and damning. Finally, the eldest Don speaks. "Antonio, these allegations are serious. What do you say?" Antonio's expression shows rage barely contained. "This is a setup. Dante's been compromised by her," and he points at me. "She's manipulated him and turned him against family. Don't..." Dante's voice is lethal. "Don't you dare blame her for your crimes. She's Bianchi, her family." Antonio starts, but Dante cuts him off. "Her family did nothing. Lorenzo was coerced and threatened. You know it and Vittorio knew it. That's why you killed him. And Dante's hands are flat on the table with controlled fury. You started a war between families to cover your theft. Theft! Another Don looks up from the files. Lorenzo's information led to federal raids with millions seized, and Antonio was supposed to redistribute losses. Dante's eyes never leave Antonio. He kept it all, blamed Lorenzo and killed anyone who questioned. The evidence is undeniable, clear and damning as Antonio sees it, and knows he's cornered. He reaches for his gun fast and desperate, but Dante is faster as he grabs my chair and shoves me back away from the line of fire, with Antonio's gun aimed at me and Dante's body between us. You want to kill someone? Kill me, but you touch her. His own gun is drawn, aimed and steady, and you die screaming. It's a standoff that's tense and deadly with every Don watching and waiting. The eldest speaks. Enough, Antonio. Put down the weapon. He's lying. Antonio protests, but the eldest is firm. The evidence says otherwise. You're done. It's final and absolute. Exile effective immediately. You have 24 hours to leave the country. It's not death, but close enough. Because in our world, exile is living death. Antonio looks at me with hatred pure. This isn't over. Dante steps forward with his gun still raised. Yes, it is. You go near her or near anyone I care about, and exile becomes a coffin. Guards appear and escort Antonio out as he goes, but the look he gives me promises threats and revenge. The council disperses, satisfied that justice was served, leaving me and Dante alone. I'm shaking from the adrenaline crash as he pulls me close and holds tight. It's over. You're safe. He threatened me. I start, but Dante assures me, and he'll die if he tries. I promise you, baby girl, he won't touch you. I bury my face in his chest, breathing him and grounding myself. Thank you for everything. Don't thank me. You did this with your courage and your evidence. He tilts my face up. You're incredible, you know that. Tears fall from relief, exhaustion, and emotion. I'm terrified. I know. Me too. He's honest and vulnerable. But we're in this together now. You and me. What does that mean? I ask. He kisses me soft, sure and promising. It means you're mine and I'm yours. Completely. He pauses with our eyes locked. If you'll have me. The question holds vulnerability and hope, and I answer yes, with no hesitation. Always yes. His smile is devastating, real and unguarded. Good, because I wasn't taking no for an answer anyway. I laugh, an actual laugh for the first time in days. Arrogant bastard. You're arrogant bastard, my. He kisses me again deeper and claiming, and somewhere in the chaos of revenge and danger, we found something real, something worth fighting for, and something neither of us saw coming, which is each other. Exposing a murderer in front of 20 Mafia bosses, with his gun pointed at you, and the man you love blocking the bullet.
She came for revenge. She found justice. And as a bonus, love. In real life, I would have had a heart attack. But here we cheer and hold our breath.
Chapter 6. The Attack and the Breaking Point. 2 weeks since Antonio's exile, and 2 weeks of peace, happiness, and almost normal life pass, and I should have known it wouldn't last. Dante's been different, softer and more open as we spend nights together talking and learning each other. He tells me about his mother, his childhood, and the violence that shaped him while I tell him about Lorenzo, our father, and the loneliness that defined me, and we're healing together. Tonight, there's dinner at his penthouse that's private and intimate, and he's cooking, actually cooking. You cook? I'm perched on the counter watching and amused. My mother taught me before He stops and clears his throat. She said a man who can't feed himself is useless. Smart woman, I observe. He smiles and pulls me closer, standing between my legs. She would have liked you, baby girl. Yeah? I ask. Yeah, she liked fighters and people who didn't break. His hands are on my thighs, casual and intimate. You definitely don't break. I came close when Lorenzo, my voice catches. He cups my face, tender. But you didn't. You survived, trained, and came after me. He pauses with a soft smile. Best revenge plan that ever backfired. I laugh. Is that what this is? A backfire? This is... He leans in and kisses me slow and deep before pulling back with serious eyes. Everything I didn't know I needed. My heart does something complicated. Dante! Glass shatters from the window with gunfire erupting as he tackles me off the counter to the floor with his body covering mine and protecting me. More shots follow, systematic and deadly. Then silence falls. Stay down. His voice is lethal, cold with the dawn returning as he's up with gun in hand and moving to the window. 3 men on the rooftop across. Professional. He's on his phone with rapid Italian giving orders. Then back to me checking with hands everywhere. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. I'm shaking and terrified, but fine. His eyes show fury, pure and incandescent. Antonio, it's not a question, but certainty. He's exiled. I start, but Dante explains, exile doesn't mean dead, it means desperate, and he pulls me up fast. We're leaving now. Safe house. Midnight. We're at a secure location with armed guards and lockdown, as Dante's been on the phone for hours coordinating and hunting. I'm sitting on the couch wrapped in his jacket and still shaking as he finally sits beside me and pulls me close. I'm sorry. For what? I ask. Hey, for putting you in danger? 4. His voice breaks rare and devastating. I should have killed him when I had the chance. You did the right thing, the honorable thing, I assure him. Honor doesn't matter when you're dead. He turns and grabs my face firm. If something happened to you, he can't finish because he's too overwhelmed. I touch his face gently. I'm here. I'm safe because of you. This time. What about next time? His eyes are wild and desperate. I can't lose you, baby girl. I can't. I kiss him, stopping the spiral and pouring everything into it. Gratitude, trust, and love. When we break apart, he's breathing hard. I'm going to kill him tonight. No more mercy, no more honor. Then I'm coming with you, I insist. Absolutely not, he protests, but I interrupt. He came after me. I have a right. You have a right to stay alive, which you won't if you're in the line of fire. His hands grip my shoulders, desperate. Please stay here. Stay safe and let me end this. The vulnerability, the fear, and the love beneath the demand are clear. So I say, promise you'll come back. I promise. He kisses my forehead tender. Wait for me. 3 hours later, 3 a.m. I can't sleep, can't breathe, and can't think. Just waiting, praying, and hoping. The door opens and I jump to see Dante covered in blood, exhausted but alive. I run and throw myself at him as he catches me and holds tight. It's done. He's dead. It's over. Relief floods through me, overwhelming and total. You're sure? I'm sure. His voice is tired and final. And I watched him die. It's over, baby girl. We're safe. I pull back and look at him. Really look at the blood on his shirt, his hands, and his face, which is evidence of what he did for me and for us. Are you okay? I ask, concerned. He laughs bitter. I just killed a man. I should feel something like regret or guilt. He pauses with our eyes meeting. But all I feel is relief that he can't hurt you. I take his hand and lead him to the bathroom. Come on, let's clean you up. The bathroom. I help him undress, careful and gentle, as I start the shower warm and cleansing, and he steps in as I follow, still dressed. He looks at me surprised. You're getting wet. I don't care. I grab a cloth and start washing blood away from his hands, his chest, and his face in an intimate, caring, and real moment. He watches me silent and overwhelmed until finally he says, I love you. I freeze with the cloth mid-stroke. What? I love you, Aurora. Completely and desperately, and probably have since you insulted my manhood in front of everyone. His smile is soft, real, and vulnerable. You don't have to say it back. I just needed you to know. Tears mix with water on my face. I love you too. My voice is breaking but sure. I think I loved you from the moment you called me baby girl, and I wanted to kill you for it. He laughs and pulls me close, with water cascading over us both. We're insane. Probably. I kiss him deep, real and forever. When we finally leave the shower wrapped in towels, exhausted and changed, he says, stay with me tonight, and his voice is careful, offering and not demanding. I'm not asking for anything. Just stay, sleep beside me, and let me hold you. Every instinct screams danger. Run and protect yourself, but louder is a voice that says trust him. So I answer, I'm not going anywhere. He leads me to the bedroom. Our bedroom now, really, and we collapse into bed holding each other, safe and finally together. What happens now? I whisper against his chest. Now, we live and actually live. His hand strokes my hair. No more enemies, no more revenge, just us. Sounds boring, I tease. He laughs with his chest rumbling under my cheek. With you, never. We fall asleep like that, tangled together and complete because the war is over. The enemy is dead. And the revenge is satisfied, and somehow impossibly we found love in the wreckage. Chapter 7. The beginning. I wake to sunlight, warmth and safety, with Dante's arms around me as he's still asleep and peaceful, and it's the first time I've seen him without the weight of the world on his shoulders. I trace the scar on his chest, which is a souvenir from last night's war, and he stirs with his eyes opening and finding me immediately. Morning, baby girl. His voice is rough, intimate and perfect. Morning. I smile, real and unguarded. How do you feel? He considers, then answers, free, for the first time in 7 years, and pulls me closer. And terrified. Of what? I ask. That I'll wake up, and this, you, will be gone. He's vulnerable, honest, and my Dante. I'm not going anywhere. I kiss him soft and promising. You're stuck with me. His smile is devastating. Good, because I have plans for you. Plans? I question. He sits up, suddenly serious. Marry me. I freeze. What? Marry me? Today? Tomorrow? Whenever you want. He cups my face intense. I know it's fast. I know we started with hate. But yes, I interrupt. He stops and blinks. Yes, I'll marry you. I laugh at his expression that's shocked, relieved, and happy. Did you think I'd say no? I thought you'd make me work for it, he admits. You already did. You killed for me, bled for me, and loved me when I was trying to destroy you. I touch his face tender. That's enough work for a lifetime. He kisses me deep, grateful and claiming. And when we break apart, he says, I don't have a ring. I didn't plan. I don't need a ring. I just need you, I tell him. His eyes are wet, rare and beautiful. You're going to ruin me, baby girl. Good. You ruined me first, I respond. 6 months later. The wedding is small, intimate, and perfect. Not the spectacle our families would demand, but just us and people who matter. I'm wearing white again, but this time it's my choice, my love, and my future. And Dante waits at the altar in a black suit with no tie and eyes only for me, his only. As I walk toward him with no one forcing and no one watching with judgment, I think about the girl I was 6 months ago who was angry, broken, and planning revenge, and the woman I am now who is loved, healed, and building a future. He takes my hand and whispers, "You're stunning. You're biased." I reply, completely. His smile is pure joy. The ceremony is simple with words that matter and promises we mean. And when the priest says, "You may kiss the bride," Dante pulls me close, gentle and reverent. "My wife," he whispers against my lips. "My husband," I respond. He kisses me deep, perfect, and forever, and everyone cheers.
6 months. She said yes, obviously. If someone from the future told her this in the past, she would never believe it. Who would have thought that from hatred would come her great love?
The reception. There's dancing, laughter, and happiness, as Dante never leaves my side with his hand always touching, claiming, and loving. Lucia approaches, surprising me because she's Antonio's daughter. And now what? Orphaned by our revenge. "Congratulations!" Her voice is cool but not hostile. "Thank you." I'm cautious and waiting. "My father, he was a monster, and I know that now." She pauses with something vulnerable in her eyes. "You did what needed to be done. I don't forgive, but I understand. This is unexpected, generous, and brave." So I tell her, "I'm sorry for your loss." She smiles sad. "Don't be. You freed me too," and she walks away, leaving peace between us. Dante pulls me close. That was unexpected. Good unexpected. I lean into him. "Maybe we can actually have peace now. Maybe." He kisses my temple. "As long as I have you, I don't care about the rest." Later, alone. We're in the honeymoon suite, finally private, as Dante loosens his tie, watching me hungry and patient. "Come here." It's not a command, but an invitation. I cross to him, nervous, excited and ready. "I love you. I love you too, baby girl." He touches my face gentle, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life proving it. He kisses me slow and deep, learning me with hands gentle and reverent, like I'm something precious. "Tell me if you want to stop," he says, always asking and always caring. "Don't stop." I'm breathless and sure, never stop. He smiles against my lips. Never. Time fades as intimacy happens beautifully, privately, and between us alone. And after we're wrapped in sheets and in each other, content, complete and changed. No regrets. He asks with his voice soft, "About marrying my enemy?" I smile. "Best decision I ever made." He laughs and pulls me closer. "You know what's insane?" "What?" I ask. "If you hadn't insulted me at that gala, we'd never be here." He pauses, amused. "So really, you should thank my compensation issues." I smack his chest, laughing. "You're never letting that go, are you?" "Never. It's how we started." He kisses my forehead. "You humiliated me. I threatened you and we hated each other. And somehow that turned into this, I observe, best revenge plot ever." He agrees. 1 year later, epilogue. It's morning in the penthouse with chaos as I'm in the kitchen with coffee brewing and feeling off, nauseous, tired, and different. Dante appears with his shirt unbuttoned, hair messy and looking beautiful. "Morning. You okay? You look pale." "I'm fine. Just nausea hits," and I run to the bathroom. Minutes later, Dante's beside me worried. "Baby girl, talk to me." I look up with realization dawning. I think I might be pregnant." There's complete silence, then his face transforms with joy, awe, and disbelief. "Pregnant? Maybe. I don't know. I start, but he's already moving with his phone out calling someone. "Dr. Martinez. Dante Valente. I need you now." 2 hours later, the test is confirmed positive, and I'm 8 weeks pregnant. Dante hasn't stopped smiling and hasn't stopped touching my stomach. "Ina baby. Our baby. Are you happy?" I'm nervous because we never discussed this. He pulls me close, fierce. Happy doesn't cover it. His voice breaks. "You're giving me everything. A home, a family, and a future I never thought I deserved." Happy tears fall. "We're really doing this. Building a life. We already did." He touches my stomach, reverent. "This is just more life, more love, and more us." I kiss him, grateful, overwhelmed, and happy. Later, we're sitting on the terrace watching the sunset with his hand on my stomach and mine covering his. "You know what I was thinking?" he asks. "What?" I respond. "If it's a boy, Lorenzo, after your brother," he says. My throat tightens, emotional. "And if it's a girl, Vittoria, after my uncle." He pauses with his voice soft. "They should have had futures, families and lives, and we'll give that to our child in their names. It's perfect, healing and right." "I love you so much," I tell him. "I love you too." He kisses me tender and forever. We sit there watching the sky turn gold and building dreams. From enemies to lovers, from revenge to redemption, and from broken pieces to something whole. The war is over, the families are united, and the past is buried, and the future, our future, is just beginning. The end.
What I love most isn't the plot twists, it's the moment she realizes hating him was easier than admitting she desired him. Aurora spent 3 years planning destruction. Instead, she found justice, love, and a family. The best revenge is living well. And for her, with the person you were supposed to destroy, thank you for staying. Until next time, baby girl.